On May 16th, 2019, YouTuber Omi and a Hellcat uploaded his first video titled Payday at Reloaded Construction. The vlog ends with a very deep message.
Always remember, live life the way you will want to live it. You only get one chance at this, one shot at life. One chance, one shot, that's it.
Gotta lose. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga sound like Eminem for a second. Sound like he finna start spitting some bars.
Any mistake that you make, it's done. You're done.
Little did Omi know, starting this YouTube channel could have been the one mistake that would ultimately land him in federal prison.
Oh, he was doing that shit before YouTube? Oh, damn. I thought he started that during YouTube. Like, okay, the YouTube money good, but shit, I want a little bit more money. That's what I thought he did. But did he do that shit before?
That very first video that Omi posted got 60,000 views in the first 3 days.
Damn.
The video shows Omar stepping out of his mansion, walking down his long driveway with more than 15 all-white cars parked in it, and telling the viewers about his entrepreneurial endeavors.
Yeah.
From there, he drives to his first nightclub that he owns.
Wait a minute. So shit. He was rich before YouTube. Oh. Okay, yeah, because I remember Omni with the Hellcat, but I just assumed he got rich off of YouTube type shit. I ain't know he was rich before. But damn, that's crazy. To get fucking 60,000 views on your first YouTube video and shit, bro, that's crazy.
Where they are doing renovations. Then he goes to his second nightclub, where they just made the final touches before opening.
Oh, yeah. That ain't nothing but drug money right there. I ain't gonna lie. Drug money all in that motherfucker. Cause ain't no way a motherfucker got two clubs and shit like that. Both getting rid of drug money. Or fucking fast money like he was getting. Ain't no way.
He continued to post vlogs that started with motivational messages about life.
You have one thing, an advantage over a lot of people. You're free, you're young, and you're healthy. No excuses. Stop trying to keep up with everybody. Stop going out buying Balenciaga.
Typically, the middle of his videos would be him tending to his businesses.
I ain't gonna lie, I sort of don't be liking that shit when they be telling you, do all this shit. Don't do all the other shit people doing while you driving in your motherfucking luxury motherfucking car, big ass chains on and shit like that. I get it's supposed to be like, oh, you can get where I'm at, not following these steps, but you know, putting in the work and all that. I understand that, but I don't like it. You ain't have to put on that big ass chain. That's how I be feeling. I don't know how everybody else be feeling. I be feeling like you just doing all that to show off a little bit. Like it be the subtle mannerisms they be doing that be like, nah, that's bullshit. You bullshit.
Is buying expensive clothes, jewelry,
See?
new cars, vintage cars, tour buses, and even houses. For a wildly successful man, he was relatable, down to earth, and kind. Far from the narcissistic rich assholes we typically see on the internet. Within 2 months, he reached 100,000 subscribers. By the end of summer 2019,
bro, what the fuck? In 2 months? I'm sorry, but I know this probably coming off as hating this fucking all that, but some of them views had to be botted or something. Ain't no fucking way you can. I don't know. Your first vlog, he had to be doing something in fucking YouTube before or something. I'm not going for that. No, man, I ain't going for that. Cause bro, nigga, YouTube don't. Well, he came along a little earlier, so he might have been able to do it. God damn. 2 months and you hit 100,000. That don't seem suspicious to nobody. That's 50,000 a month. That's 25,000 subs in a week. Like, god damn, that's a lot of fucking subs.
he had 300,000 subscribers. But every time he was asked about how he 2019, he had 300,000 subscribers. But every time he was asked about how he obtained his wealth, his answers were extremely vague.
what do I do for a living? Started off as an app developer. As an app developer.
By the way, drink water. But as Omi spent more time
Fucking
showcasing
Gatorade.
his lifestyle on the internet and being more open about how he made his money, he caught the attention of the FBI. And on November 20th,
Damn.
2019, just 6 months after his first video, they raided his home.
I remember all this when it was first happening, but I ain't really understand. Cause I'm like, damn, don't he just make YouTube videos? Cause I seen one of his videos back in the day. Like, yeah, the motherfucker was trying to get to one fucking car, but he had to move all the other cars. And I'm like, that's cap. He don't own all them cars. Cause in my mind, I'm like, man, he just renting all them cars. But shit, they was his. But my thing was, nigga, you got 15 cars in a driveway. You is not driving all them cars. Cause I gotta, like, in the video he had to move all the other cars just to get to one car. I would have been, after the second car, I would have said, man, fuck that. I ain't driving that car. I have to get to that car another time. I'm gonna just stay in the car I'm in. Like, you gotta, if you got them many cars, bro, you gotta get, like, I want to say a garage type shit, but nah. Or like a little, nah, that still wouldn't really help. I was gonna say like a lift, where you put the cars on top of each other, basically. But that still wouldn't help. Unless you just go have a lot of motherfucking lifts.
This case file shows 88 lines of personal property that the federal government seized from Omi. Over the next
Damn.
couple of months, the FBI confiscated $5,875,000, 58
Damn.
vehicles, including a 2020 Lamborghini Huracan, a 2019 Lamborghini Aventador, and a
Damn.
2019 Audi A7. They also took 21 properties, including buildings in downtown Philadelphia and
Damn.
mansions in the suburbs.
Well, that nigga will, what you doing YouTube for if you're good? You was good, my nigga. You was set for life. The fuck you hopped on YouTube for? If you would have stayed low key as fuck, you would have been good, bro.
You would think that in a situation as serious as this, Omi would keep quiet, but as soon as this happened, he went live on YouTube to tell his fans about the raid. At first, he thought the feds were after him for tax evasion, which was partially true, and Omi claimed that he was innocent, but it wasn't just taxes that the feds were worried about.
Bro, when I tell you they took everything,
Shit, the
they
IRS
took
want them.
every SD card, every
They
camera,
want their money. The IRS.
every
Shit.
television in my house. Houses, IPTV is a gray area. You know, the Copyright Act hasn't been updated since the 1960s. And you know, I hit a fucking gray area and exploited it, and they just didn't like it.
Omi thought he had found a loophole in the US copyright law and was exploiting it. Now, if at this point you're feeling extremely confused as to how this guy even got into this situation in the first place, this is exactly how his hundreds of thousands of fans felt. Ironically, once the feds raided him, that's when Omi started opening up about exactly how he made his fortune. But first, a
Well-
word from today's sponsor. Bespoke Post is a monthly membership club delivering a box of awesome, top shelf goods from under the radar brands. It's free to join and you can skip a month or cancel at any time. 90% of the products come from small brands, many of which are based right here in the USA. Every month, they introduce their members to cool new products, outdoor gear, barware, home and kitchen goods, clothing, and more based on a preference quiz they fill out. Every box of awesome contains about $70 worth of goods inside, but only costs you a fraction of the value. You'll get a box of awesome assigned to you, and before it's shipped, you'll get a preview of what comes inside to decide if you like to 1. Keep it, 2. Swap it for a different box, or 3. Skip the month entirely for no charge. You only pay for what you want. One of my favorite boxes is the Weekender. With this box, you'll get a very stylish and functional carry-all bag. It's perfect size for a weekend trip or as a carry-on for a quick flight. If you love coffee as much as I do, check out Concentrate. You'll get a cold brew coffee maker, some Bolivar bitters to add a unique flavor to your coffee, and a very cool concrete desk set to store your bits and bobs. To get 20% off your first box of awesome, click the link in the description and enter PatrickCC20 at checkout, or go to bespokepost.com/PatrickCC20. Omi and a Hellcat, whose real name is Bill Omar Carrasquillo, operated a large-scale Internet Protocol Television, or IPTV, piracy scheme in which they fraudulently obtained cable television accounts and then resold copyrighted content to thousands of their own subscribers who could then stream or play back content.
Oh. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was like basically like they was doing like a fire stick thing. That's what I thought back then. I thought they were doing like a fire stick thing, but it sound like how to put it. Basically, it sound like they basically had their own subscription service, basically. So that I ain't gonna lie, that's smart as fuck. But what they say, if you making that type of money, you gotta be low key. You can't be all in the face of everybody, in the face of everybody and shit when you making that type of money. I, damn, who done lost hella money since they been showing their face and shit like that? Damn, I can't even think. Oh, I mean, this one John Morant, like if he wasn't a social media nigga and shit like that, he wouldn't be having none of them problems and shit. But since you want to be in the face of everybody and all that, that's what happened. You do dumb shit. That's why all the old rich people don't have Instagram, don't have social media and shit like that. Or if they do, that motherfucker private and they ain't got nothing but 100 people on that motherfucker.
This piracy
That's a
scheme
shit
all
like that.
started on Kodi. Kodi is essentially
Yep.
just a media
Oh, so
player
they
that's
was using the
available on
fire
any
fire stick.
device. People use Kodi to watch videos, podcasts, movies, play games, listen to music, etc. However, Kodi doesn't make its own content. It's an open source streaming platform that anyone
Yeah.
can make apps
They
on.
was using fire
Because of
stick.
this,
Damn.
it's mostly known for people who watch pirated or
Me.
stolen content. Most
Me.
people used Kodi on Amazon Fire Sticks.
Yep.
They would go on the Kodi app, install all their favorite networks, and stream content for free. But it's
Nah,
not
I ain't
that
never
easy.
did it like
A lot
that.
of these add-ons can be riddled with malware or just end up being bogus apps that don't work or stream low-quality content,
Yep.
which leads to people Googling things like best Kodi add-ons for
Yep.
free and searching through blogs to find out what apps are the most trusted, like The Crew or Daddy Live.
I
Not only
done
does
did it.
researching and installing these apps take a little bit of technical skill, it
It
also
don't.
is just a lot of work.
Man, that shit literally take 5 fucking minutes to install and do. It's not that much fucking work. Literally. All he did said right there, that was basically all the hard part right there. After that, it give you instructions of how to fucking do it. All you do is do this, do that, and download it, and then it's on your shit. Ain't nothing to fucking do. It should take 5 minutes. And you ain't got to be no tech savvy motherfucker to do that. If you can read, you can fucking do that to your Fire Stick.
Around 2016, Omi was exposed to this and saw a huge opportunity. Omi would buy Amazon Fire Sticks for $40, jailbreak them, or install all the best and most trusted apps onto Kodi, then resell them for about $120 to $150 to his customers.
Oh, so I was right, bro. This nigga was selling Fire Sticks. Okay, he was selling Fire Sticks. That's what I thought he was doing in the beginning. So I was right. But I ain't gonna lie, niggas was paying yeah. Niggas was paying 120 in the beginning. When Fire Sticks first started popping off, they was paying like 120.
Essentially
Yeah, I
giving
remember that.
customers cable TV for a one-time fee. The reason we know this is because he had no problem telling people his scheme.
And back when Kodi was popping, you know what I'm saying, I was one of the first ones doing Kodi sticks. And that's how I started making a lot of money. Buying these boxes from Amazon already preloaded and just reselling them for more money. I'll buy them for $50, sell them for $120, $150. Now I was selling thousands of Fire Sticks. I'm talking about a lot of Fire Sticks.
In 2016, Omi said that he made $1 million flipping Fire Sticks.
God
that gave him
damn.
enough money to fund his next piracy venture, which would make him tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
By this point,
Damn.
Omar was kind of a regular in the online piracy community, which is surprisingly large.
I was a negative.
Hey, I've been in the community since I was shit. I was pirating movies back in the day. I ain't gonna lie. What a nigga supposed to do when you broke? Shit, young and broke. Shit, I gotta watch my movies some way. Shit, I can't even blame him, man.
Negative person in Kodi because I was like a wrestler. There was good guys and there were bad guys. I was the bad guy because that's how I got people's attention.
He was known by the username Target in 1080p. His YouTube channel was originally named Target in 1080p and featured videos of him discussing things in the IPTV space. One particular man named Dexter took a liking to him.
I knew that couldn't be his first fucking his YouTube channel, cause that just seemed wild. You getting fucking 60,000 on your first video? That don't even sound right.
Dexter was a developer and Omi was the financial backbone. Together, they made an app for Cody called Gears TV, which was inspired by his favorite video game, Gears of War. Gears TV was Omi's all-in-one digital content package with some of your favorite shows like Game of Thrones, Better Call Saul, Twin Peaks, all of the major networks like ABC, ESPN.
And I feel like, no, I ain't used Gears, but I've done seen it. Now that I think about it,
and Fox, channels that are only shown in the UK and Canada, and even more premium packages like NFL Sunday Ticket. Gears TV provided all of that content in 1080p resolution for as low as $15 per month.
Okay,
if someone were to pay for regular cable, it could cost them anywhere from $60 to $200 per month. But how was he able to?
I ain't gonna lie, I would have did that too, because cable is a waste of fucking money. Like, I don't understand. How can you fucking spend money on cable when you probably not go watch it all the time? Yeah, fucking, you not watching all the fucking shows you even got. Like, it be the packages that make it the worst. Like, you can't just get the specific channel. No, you gotta buy the package. Which, the package already got shit you don't want in there. Like, if cable would be a lot better if you could like pick and choose which channels you wanted and shit. That would make cable a whole lot better. I think a lot more people will watch cable, but you can't do that. You always got to pick a package. Like if you just want one sports channel, nah, you got to get the sports package. If you want to get HBO, nah, you got to get all the fucking package that come around it. You got to get like HBO stars and all that shit. That shit stupid. Nigga not watching all them TV shows. And then, like he say, $200 a month for all that shit? Nah, I'm cool.
To do this. Essentially what Omi did was purchase cable subscriptions from Comcast, Spectrum, Verizon, DirecTV, and Frontier Communications. These cable subscriptions come with a box that contains encrypted media. Omi purchased decoders from China to remove the encryption, then capture cards to download the content and send it to a server where it would be redistributed over the internet to his subscribers.
I ain't gonna lie,
Gears
that's
TV
wrong.
was cheap and provided way more value and content than any cable company could ever compete with, and word spreads fast in the IPTV community. Omi went from making $5,000 per week to $400,000 per week in just 3 months.
Damn.
The indictment claims that in total, the defendants received more than $30 million in subscriber fees. Omi said he was still living in the hood of Philly at this point, and nobody knew the kind of money he was raking in. His first purchase was a 2016 Camaro SS 50th Edition, his dream car. Keep in mind, Gears TV was no small operation. They had large servers, customer service representatives, and the government did have their eye on these schemes. As it got more popular, the monthly price increased, which pissed off customers as their $15 per month turned into $20, then $30, then $40, getting closer and closer to regular cable prices. Omi sold his app to a private investment company in 2018 for a whopping $40 million. This was...
I ain't gonna lie, hell yeah, that's what you supposed to do. You supposed to get the fuck out the game. You ain't supposed to be connected to that shit no more. Once you make that money, you supposed to get the fuck out of there. You supposed to make all the money you can, then get the fuck out of there. Act like you was never doing that shit.
This was perhaps his most genius move, because not too long after, Gears TV shut down. But it did not stop there. Omi used his large payout and expertise to build a new and improved app called Reloaded TV.
See, this way you fucking up now. You supposed to just stay out the game and make that money legit now. You fucking up to get you fucking up now. Damn, boy, you ain't supposed to get you sold a company. Well, I guess you could call it a company, but you sold it. Now you going back into it, no.
This was everything Gears was and more, with a way better interface and higher quality content. Reloaded very quickly became one of the biggest apps in the IPTV space because of its great user interface and reliability. It's unclear what exactly happened to Reloaded TV. It seems like it wasn't around for very long, because in 2019 Omar abandoned the Target in 1080p name and changed it to Omi and a Hellcat, and he stopped talking about the IPTV space as a whole. He claims he knew the industry was dying and the feds were cracking down on other apps similar to Reloaded. Now, is it possible that Omi's YouTube channel alerted the FBI? Not necessarily,
No.
but it didn't help his case.
Yeah, no. I ain't going for that. Like, I'm not going for what it is. Oh yeah, how rappers, how they be making it seem like, oh, they wait till a rapper get big and then they come bring all the shit. Nah, that ain't how it is. They was already watching them. They got enough evidence, so now they coming to get your ass. They ain't just started paying attention when you fucking got famous or some shit like that. Nah, they been watching your ass. They just had to get enough evidence and all that to come get you. That's what they were waiting on. And it just so happened you got famous. While they were
Anyone
waiting.
who is in the business of distributing media knows there are others trying to steal it, but Omi's YouTube channel promoting his own brand and attaching a face to the scheme just made it that much easier to identify the perpetrator.
Yep.
Bragging and flaunting his wealth could have pissed off authorities, and yeah, they're human. Maybe they did want to put him in his place a little bit. Maybe they were harsher on him than others to make an example out of him. In one vlog, Omi found out that federal agents boarded his flight to the Dominican Republic to make sure he wasn't trying to flee the country. But you have to remember that all of the information I just gave you, his audience didn't know about. They had no idea why the FBI was after him. They just knew Omi had to restart his life.
Please continue this.
Oh, geez, nigga. I was about to say, they probably think he just got to beat the case or some shit like that. Boy, if you got feds following you and shit, boy, you know you fucked. I ain't gonna lie. The feds following you? Oh, yeah, boy, you know you going to jail. You might as well ball like Big Meech, boy. You might as well ball before you go, boy. Because the feds coming for your ass and they winning.
Support this channel. I'm gonna stay
They gonna try
strong.
to win.
Try to beat this shit. They broke me. They broke one of the strongest people I know, which is me. They broke me, but no one got me to this position. Only but me. Start taking responsibility for your actions. Start taking.
Omi's YouTube channel after the raid became dedicated to him trying to regain his wealth, start new businesses, buy more cars, all while the feds were watching him. He started a printing company / merch brand under the name Reloaded, where he made and sold all different types of clothing out of a room in his house. Keep in mind he had his construction business and various other side hustles that kept him paid. Plus, it's not like the feds emptied his bank accounts entirely. Omi kept saying he was broke, but his version of broke is going from tens of millions to maybe just a few millions.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be long
I like
before
the shit. Let me
came
feel
back.
his broke. Let me feel bro broke. Shit, let me feel how that feel.
The
Yeah,
whole
fit
FBI
have a few
situation,
M's
it
in the
seems
bank.
like they're trying to tack on money laundering charges.
Why you staying in a big ass house with nice ass car? Let me feel how that feel.
Tax evasion charges.
From 2016 to 2018, when Omi made tens of millions of dollars, he admits that he did not pay his taxes. However, he had a reason. He claims that the accountant he hired told him that she was CPA certified when she wasn't, and that she never paid his taxes the right way, but he was more than willing to pay the millions he owed. However, once he finally got together the
How
money
would you even pay that type of money? Like, is you reporting it? Why I gotta pay taxes? Did you report the money or something like that? Maybe I don't know. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I don't really know how taxes work. I know if they can't fucking account for everything, shit, I'm only paying what you can account for.
to pay his taxes, it was stolen from him. He posted a video titled, "I Got Robbed for $1 million," in which he claims that he took $920,000 out of the bank in cash to give to his accountant. He left for Dallas for 2 days, and while he was gone, someone cut the power off from his house and stole the cash, some electronics, and his girlfriend's purses. The funny part is, a lot of his own fans were suspicious. It seemed like Omi was trying to stash $1 million and throw off the feds by setting up a robbery. Sorry IRS, I can't pay my taxes because somebody stole my money and here's my YouTube video to prove it. Plus you have to think, why would anyone bother stealing Xboxes and TVs when you have $1 million cash? Conveniently, this video was posted on the same day that Omi released his very first sneaker, the Omi Zeros, which was just a Nike Jordan 1 silhouette
I'm
that
gonna
replaced
say,
the
yeah,
swoosh with
no.
a lightning bolt. He even took the Air Jordan branding and replaced it with Air Omi. Now, taking the
Damn.
Nike silhouette for a shoe brand isn't something new. It was a really hot trend for the past few years. I even bought myself a pair. Omi would slap the word Reloaded on a popular team's logo, or really any iconic brand trade dress. It's pretty clear that Omi's specialty is copyright infringement. Building an original
Yeah.
brand is way too
I ain't gonna lie, that's you pushing it a little bit. Like even with this Gears right there, but that's the lawsuit waiting to happen right there. Cause any way you look at it, that's the Gears of War logo. Any way you look at it, just cause you changed the name and all that, that's still the Gears of what you call it. That ain't nothing but a fucking lawsuit waiting to happen. I don't know about the Jordans though, cause I don't know about them. Cause I feel like they just you can't trademark this design of a shoe, so I think the shoes will be straight.
much work and too risky. However, things got really bad for Omi in September of 2021 when he was formally indicted with criminal copyright infringement, wire fraud, money laundering, and several other crimes.
Damn.
The feds came back once again and raided his house for the second time. This time, he made much bigger headlines and was even interviewed on the news.
I remember this video.
Crystal clear, the indictment that came down today, you're saying you're completely innocent of those.
Not completely innocent would be a false statement. Now, ignorance is no excuse for the law.
Again, you'd imagine someone would be quiet during this instance, or at the very least have their lawyer speak for them, but Omi was still convinced that he exploited the system. Omi's whole life at this point was dedicated to fighting this case. He barely uploaded YouTube videos, maybe once a month, and when he did, you could just tell this man's spirit was broken. But after months of deliberation from his legal counsel, Omi pleaded guilty in February of 2022.
I'm letting you guys know that I'm pleading guilty. Long talks with my attorney, and it's the best option, you know.
How long he been gone now?
Ignorance is no excuse, like I've always said, and to me, it's about accepting responsibility.
Now he was going to serve some time in prison. 3 U.S. government attorneys say that Omar, aka Omi and a Hellcat, should serve 15 years and 8 months in prison.
Fuck no, ain't no way. Ain't no way y'all try to give bro 15. Fuck fucking piracy and copy, man. Fuck out of here. That's bullshit. 15 years for fucking piracy. I don't care how much fucking money you made from it. It's still fucking piracy. At the fucking most, it should have been, I would say, 8 years at the most for fucking piracy. Even that's still fucking too much when you think about it. Like he must go be in a fucking white collar prison or something, bro. Ain't no fucking way. Y'all trying to give it, man, that's a fucking attempted murder charge or some shit, man. What the fuck?
For crimes related to his pirate IPTV
Ain't no
service, Gears TV. So he spent all of his time grinding to get his business affairs in order so his family can survive while he is away. But on March 7th, 2023, Omi finally met his fate. United States District Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, Judge Harvey Bartle III, acknowledged that the advisory guidelines of 24 years would be highly unusual for a copyright matter, and therefore decided that 66 months would be enough to punish Omar and send a deterrent message to any of his followers considering the same type of behavior. On top of the 5.5 years in prison, Omar got 5 years of supervised release. He had to forfeit $30 million worth of assets, which was mostly vehicles and property.
So hold on. This nigga still got 10 years. You 5 years on house arrest. The fuck? I ain't gonna lie. Most people that done been to jail, they'd rather motherfucking do more jail time than be on house arrest type shit. Like, what the fuck? Hell no. Well, for a regular person, it ain't nothing to be on house arrest for 5 years. But for a motherfucker that's trying to get that type of money and fast money and all that shit, 5 years is a long time. Damn.
And he had to pay more than $16 million in restitution, $10 million to the cable companies and $5 million to the IRS. But
Ain't no
surprisingly,
way.
Omi was happy with this outcome.
He could have gave me 15 years if he wanted to. He really could have. He really could have. He could have gave me 15 years, and I guess no one would have questioned him on it. And to the fact that he gave me another chance with my kids, like I said, man, I'm always going to have that man in the back of my mind.
Throughout this entire time, Omi's supporters have had his back, and a lot of them don't look at him as a scammer nor a fraudster.
OMG. Because, in my opinion, you scam the fucking cable company. Nobody give a fuck about them. They scamming us. Fuck them. The cable company scamming us. And we ain't got no fucking choice but to take it. For a nigga to be scamming them back, I ain't got no problem with that. He ain't fucking did nothing wrong type shit in my mind. Like, cause first off, they make their money fucking regardless. Look, he had to pay fucking $10 million in rest whatever the fuck it was. I don't even fucking know the word, but he had to pay $10 million for some shit that they charging $200 a person. Like, bro, fuck out of here. And like with them, like, and I ain't gonna lie, I usually don't even say no shit like that. Like, but with the cable company, I don't fuck with the cable company at all. Like, that shit is stupid. I really don't fuck with them at all. Like, I can literally do without their ass, and I think I'll be straight. Yeah, I don't fuck with the cable company.
Because most people don't have sympathy for billion-dollar corporations.
Yeah,
Omi
that too.
was stealing from corporations and giving their product to regular people for a fair price. He came from nothing in the streets of Philadelphia and built an empire. However, that empire...
I'm saying, like, yeah, like he was selling drugs or something, man. He ain't did nothing wrong, man. I ain't gonna lie, he ain't did nothing wrong. Oh, he do got the little thing right there. Still, even if you want to get to them cars by double, you gotta get in this car, then you gotta get in that car, then you gotta get in that car, then you gotta pull that. That's too much work. I ain't gonna lie, I'd rather have that type of money. I'd rather get like a garage or some shit and just put all the cars over there.
wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for the people who created the demand in the first place. Omi knows what he did was wrong, and he has accepted that he needs to do the time to pay for what he did. Just a few weeks ago, he surrendered himself into prison. If we have any faith in the justice system, we just have to hope that Omi comes out a better and changed man.
Nope, he go come out and do it again. He go come out smarter. I'm lying. But that's what they say when people go to prison, they come out smarter. Nah, they come out dumber. That's what fuck really be happening.